So Tangem just announced a new feature called Yield Mode that lets you earn money for holding stablecoins in your Tangem wallet. And the best part is you can earn a better APY than what most banks offer, and you get to remain in full control of your crypto. So not only does this outperform traditional banks, but you can finally move your crypto off exchanges where you might be earning rewards and start earning them directly in your cold wallet. But before you jump in, there are a few risks that you need to know about. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how Yield Mode works, what to watch out for, and how to use it as safely as possible so you can take advantage of this feature. Let's get into it. First, what does earning yield even mean? Basically, when you earn yield, you're lending your crypto out to people all around the world through decentralized finance protocols, usually called DeFi for short. Let's say you hold USDC, which is a stablecoin pegged to the value of the US dollar. Instead of just letting that sit in your wallet and do nothing, or let USD sit in a bank and lose value, you can lend your crypto out to a decentralized protocol that pays you interest. That interest is your yield. But instead of holding your money in a bank, a digital contract on the blockchain handles everything for you. And rather than earning 0.1% on your money, you're earning anywhere from 3 to 10% depending on the market and what stablecoin you're holding. For example, if you hold $1,000 of USDC in your wallet, you can earn anywhere from $40 to $100 per year versus just $1 in a bank. And this is exactly what Tangem's new yield mode allows you to do. And the best part is Tangem handles all the technical stuff for you. You don't have to connect your wallet to any sketchy websites or use Wallet Connect. You do it all directly through the app, and it's extremely seamless. Now, to offer this yield feature, Tangem utilizes Aave. If you haven't heard of Aave, it's one of the biggest DeFi platforms in the world. It's been around since 2017. It's open source, and it runs on the Ethereum blockchain network. Think of it like a decentralized money market. People deposit crypto to earn interest, while others borrow against it, and it's all managed by digital contracts instead of banks or middlemen. Aave currently secures more than $61 billion in total value locked, and it's known for being one of the safest, most reliable lending protocols out there, so it makes sense why Tangem chose Aave as the backbone for this feature. And one of the best things about Tangem's yield mode is that your crypto is never locked. So Aave is designed for instant liquidity, meaning you can always withdraw your initial deposit as well as your yield anytime you want. There's no waiting period or unbonding period, unlike with staking. You can also send, receive, or even swap your crypto while it's earning yield, and Tangem handles everything in the background, so you're literally always in control of your crypto. That said, before I show you exactly how to start generating yield from your stablecoins, we need to look at the risks because there are several of them. Fortunately though, all these risks that I'm about to show you, Tangem has taken them into consideration and has mitigated them as much as possible. Let's start with the biggest risk first, which is smart contract risk. Tangem built their own smart contract to act as a bridge between your Tangem wallet and the Aave platform, so this contract handles everything for you. And it's also open source and has been independently audited. However, just like with any smart contract, there's always a potential risk, because even if a smart contract is considered secure today, that doesn't mean that it will be secure in the future. So if there is ever a vulnerability in this contract and it's exploited, then your funds in the contract could be at risk. Of course, Tangem knows this, so they added an extra layer of protection. If Aave ever shows signs of a vulnerability, then Tangem's backend triggers an emergency withdrawal and returns funds directly to your wallet. Now, I don't have all the technical details of how this actually works behind the scenes, so this sounds like a really solid safeguard, but if you want to take it a step further and ensure that your crypto remains even more secure, there's something else you can do. You can use two completely separate Tangem wallets, one for generating yield and the other one as your main cold storage wallet. Here's how this would help. Smart contracts only affect the accounts that interact with them. So in this case, it would only affect your Ethereum account if something were to happen. So by splitting your two accounts into two separate wallets, one account for the yield, one account for holding other cryptocurrencies on the Ethereum network, you're basically splitting that risk. So if something ever went wrong, the only asset that would be affected in your yield wallet is the crypto that you're using to generate yield, whereas the rest of your Ethereum tokens would be safe on your main cold storage wallet. That said, if you are looking to get another set of cards so that you can diversify your portfolio, my link in the description will get you 10% off your entire order. Now, is this a requirement? Absolutely not. Is this something that I personally do and am going to do? Absolutely. Okay, the second risk is the market itself. Aave's rates are variable, meaning that your yield can go up or down depending on supply and demand of the market. I guess this isn't so much a risk, but it is something to be aware of. And the last risk you need to consider that directly correlate with your yield are fees. If you're constantly depositing small amounts of stablecoins in your wallet to generate yield, these fees can add up and eventually eat into your profit. For example, if you deposit $100 worth of USDT and the APY is 5%, you would earn $5 over the year. But if the transaction fee is $10, then you essentially lost money. To mitigate this risk, Tangem built in a simple solution called a minimum top-up amount. When you go to enable yield, Tangem automatically shows you the minimum amount needed for it to make sense financially. This ensures network fees stay under about 4% of your total deposit, keeping you profitable long term. On another note, if you're wondering what stablecoins you can use to generate yield, Tangem currently supports USDT, USDC, USDE, DAI, and PayPal USD to start, with more options coming in the future, and keep in mind these are all on the Ethereum blockchain. It's also worth noting that before choosing which stablecoin you want to use to generate yield, the app tells you the current APY so you have an idea of which stablecoin will generate the most profitable APY. Okay, now you know what generating yield is, how it works, and how Tangem mitigates all the risks. Next, I'm going to show you exactly how to generate yield using your stablecoin of choice, and I'll also break down all the fees in this process. So step number one, decide which stablecoin you want to generate yield with. Of course, then you'll need to get this stablecoin into your wallet. You can do that either by buying it directly through the Tangem app or buying it on your preferred crypto exchange and then sending it to your Tangem wallet. Once your crypto is in your wallet, all you have to do is tap it. So in this case, I'll select Tether, USDT on the Ethereum network, and then you'll see this yield mode button. Just select learn more. This first page will show you how much you can expect to earn over the year. Right now, the average APY for USDT is around 4.62%. If that looks good, go down here, tap continue, and pay close attention here because this is where the important part begins. Now, before you start earning, you want to go down here and tap the See Top Up Fee Policy. This is where you see exactly how the fees work. Let's go through them together so that there's no confusion. So the minimum top-up amount, this isn't a fee, this is just the amount you need to deposit so that fees don't eat up your profits. Anything smaller than this is really going to be worthless. Then you have the top up network fee, which is around 73 cents at the time of making this video. This is a blockchain transaction fee, also known as the gas fee on Ethereum. You pay this each time you deposit or top up your yield balance. So anytime you deposit more of the stablecoin that you are trying to generate yield with into your Tangem wallet, Tangem automatically adds it into your existing Aave balance, and you'll pay another small network fee for that top up, but it will never exceed the maximum fee, which is about $8.51 right now. That said, the maximum fee means even if transaction fees skyrocket on Ethereum, you'll never pay more than that per transaction. Most of the time it's going to be much less than this, usually around the $1 to $2 mark, which is the one you'll see right here. But if you only deposit $50, for example, and somehow the network fee does hit the maximum fee, you'd likely lose money because the yield wouldn't cover it. But that's why Tangem sets the minimum top-up fee and why they really recommend doing larger deposits. Lastly, Tangem also takes a 15% service fee on any yield that you earn. So not your initial deposits, just the yield from your deposits. So even after taking into account all these fees, Tangem ensures you will remain profitable once it's all said and done. But once you understand the importance of all this, you can just tap the back button or tap got it. It'll take you to the same place. And once you're ready to start generating yield from your stablecoins, you can see the network fee here, $1.62. Once you're ready to submit the transaction, just go ahead and tap Supply Assets. Then use your biometrics or whatever you have. And then we are ready to scan the card. So I'll scan it here. And as you can see, the yield mode is processing my top up and it will be submitted to Aave. If you refresh it, you'll see that it now says interest accrues automatically. So if you tap the yield mode button now, you can see the current APY along with some averages. And then you can see some more information about your yield mode. You can see transfers to Aave are automatic. The minimum top up is still $20 and the network fee is 67 cents. But let's say you wanted to withdraw your funds and your yield. All you have to do is go down to this button that says disabling yield mode. And as you can see, there is going to be a network fee to withdraw these funds, which is 57 cents right now. So I'll tap confirm, and then I'll scan my card to approve the transaction. And your funds will be available immediately. Unlike staking, this is an immediate action. You don't have to wait. You are ready to go. And as you can see, it disabled yield mode. And we're good. That said, generating yield is not a get-rich-quick overnight scheme. It's for long-term holders who are looking to park their stablecoins into something that will make them money while they hold it, rather than just rotting away in the bank or rotting away in your wallet. Now, if you have any other questions about Tangem, I answer over 40 of them in this next video. Check it out. I'll see you there. God bless.